My father, William A. Gheen, was the son of Thomas and Alice Gheen, born in Chester, Pennsylvania. Along with our mother, our family consisted of 8 children: my sister Margaret, brother Thomas, sister Ann Alice, and sister Amanda, and Mary Elmer, me, Stephen, Levi, and Sarah Ellen. She was born right here in Nauvoo. My grandparents were Pennsylvania Quakers, and in the spring of 1840, the first elders from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints came to Chester County, Pennsylvania, and in August, my father, mother, and Margaret were baptized into the church. The following December, Anne and Amanda were baptized into the church at the age of 14 and 12, respectively. In the fall of 1841, Father came to Nauvoo with Brother Hunter to visit the prophet and other friends, and he received his patriarchal blessing and was ordained an elder by Hiram Smith. After returning home in good health and in good spirits, my father decided to sell our family farm and the surroundings, and on 21st January 1842, we started preparations to leave our native land, friends, and relatives, all for the gospel's sake. By 11 May 1842, we started west by team, well fitted out, with everything for our comfort to travel over the country. We were very blessed on our journey and arrived in the city of Nauvoo on 28 June, being 7 weeks on the road. Father bought this plot just 2 blocks west of the temple. He chose this spot so that he could see the raising of the temple, the house of the Lord, being built right out our front window. When we bought the land, the prophet Joseph Smith invoked a blessing of the Lord upon it and said, "You shall be blessed in all you put your hands to do." And so it was. My father labored very hard and made his family comfortable. He helped to build the temple, both with means and labor, and he also helped to build the Nauvoo House and Masonic Hall. My father visited Joseph and Hiram in Carthage the day before they were murdered. They were received very kindly by both Joseph and Hiram. Father received some very good instructions and blessings. They were his last adieu to them. He assisted in bringing them home and burying them. He was very anxious to see the temple finished, but unfortunately was taken sick and died on 15 July, 1845. I was only 10 years old. This was a very heavy blow to our family, especially at that time, for he was a kind and faithful husband and father. President Brigham Young preached at his funeral sermon and said, "I have known Brother Gheen for the last 3 years, and if he had his life to do over again, I don't believe he could mend it a particle." At the time of Pa's death, the 5 youngest children caught the whooping cough, and Sarah, the baby, with only 7 months old, came near dying. But dear Mother Chase gave a special blessing, and they were all cured. A great responsibility rested upon my mother after losing the one that she had always looked to as her leader. And at that critical time, with nearly all the family sick, she knew she had to be strong. Being a woman of good sound mind, strong character, and a splendid education to help her, she, by the help of the Lord, managed all things well. We sold out to the best advantage that we could. Mother was able to receive all the blessings of the temple, obtaining her endowment, and was sealed to my father by proxy 8 months after his passing. If you look out our front window and up the hill to the temple, you can see the perspective my mother had looking past our temporal deaths and seeing a future with my family and my father into eternity. This was the purpose of the building of the temple. a great sacrifice that so many made for it, to become a family sealed together forever. In the spring of 1846, we bid adieu to the city beautiful, the city of Joseph, and we crossed the great Mississippi with 2 wagons and 3 yoke of cattle to each wagon, and took up our journey west with the main body of the church. My mother and the 4 young children bid goodbye to my 2 older sisters. We went down on the east side of the river, 40 miles below, and joined teams with an old friend of ours, and farmed that summer and the following winter. Howard Egan came to our house, returning from Salt Lake City, and told us all about the country and the folks there. I left my old mother and brought a load of merchandise across the plains. Then I was only in my 14th year. I had never been away from my mother before. The outfit was sold, and the pay, together with the pay for the freight, I sent back to my dear old mother, and she came out to the Salt Lake Valley the following year. Thank you again, dear brothers and sisters, and I pray you continue to serve one another. May you be blessed.